Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Little Tennis TV. Hi YouTube, hey TikTok. I know it's been a while, but I got some really good updates for you guys. I'm really glad that Victoria Jobsons' family finally got the justice they deserved. I had to come out here and say something. I covered Miss Victoria's story not too long ago. It was some time ago, but hey, the Rochester Police Department's doing their job, and they got two suspects that are one is in custody as of right now from here in Rochester, New York, and the other one is getting extradited from Canada. So karma, first off. Second off, congratulations to the Rochester Police Department for finally solving Victoria's case as she was brutally slain here in Rochester, just in one of the most violent ways. But really long story short, Victoria's family is very dedicated to the community here in Rochester. They do a coat drive every year. This is one of the signs up here that I'm showing you guys for Miss Victoria for the free coat drive to keep everybody warm here in Rochester. I really respect her family for that. I'm just so happy that they got the justice and the answers that they finally deserved. Justice to Miss Victoria right here as well. I know it took the police department so long, but thank goodness and thank everybody's lucky stars and the good Lord that, this finally got solved. I feel so terrible for Victoria's family because she seemed like such a lovely woman. And I'm glad that, her name is not going to be a Dane anymore. I'm glad that, this is resolved, to as much as it possibly can be because this will never be resolved. The Victoria's family, there will only be justice. There will never be, you know, resurgence. She can't come back here, and that's just the worst part of this whole situation. I wish her children the best, her family. They were actually in the courtroom on her birthday. So right there, you already know that that was God. Definitely, I'm glad karma came to the individuals that her genetic genealogy is really getting lit and fierce out here, and I'm really glad for that. I'm glad it's getting better. I'm glad that they're identifying new ways to do things. In my practices, they're identifying new ways to be able to catch these individuals, to be able to spot them, to be able to do anything that we possibly can to eliminate tragedies like this. Um, no children should have to grow up without their mother. No family should have to lead, their family knowing that they have individuals that are left behind. I would know. I got several family members that have been murdered here, several friends that have been, murdered here. And it is awful, to the point that I have to take breaks, guys, like for a long period of time, just because of all the heartbreak in the situations. And, it's just the loss of life for nothing. That's what really upsets me. Like, the loss of life that is just senseless. I mean, there's so many cases that I'm in the works of covering, and so many things that I'm in the works of covering because there's just so much shady stuff going on. And, somebody needs to bring an end to it, somebody needs to expose it. I'm working very, very, very hard to do that. I have some things in the works that will be coming out shortly. I've been busy, upgrading my career, things like that. So I'm so sorry to TikTok and YouTube. I haven't been here, but I miss you all and stay tuned because I'll definitely be posting more videos. Definitely looking into more missing persons cases, any type to do with any type of true crime. Definitely there's a lot of new stuff to go through and there's constantly things coming in, but I definitely wanted to pay homage to Miss Victoria to see that her case was finally solved and all the blessings to her family and her friends and anybody else that was very much impacted by her. Um, it just brings me so much joy to see that these individuals are going to be locked up for the rest of their lives and they finally going to pay the piper and pay for what they did to Miss Victoria. So, whew, God bless y'all and thanks again for watching another episode of Alternative TV. I'm glad we could actually leave things on a very positive note at this point. So that feels really good to me because it's always negativity. So I'm glad that I could bring a happy ending to a story.